Peace to the gods and the goddesses of the nation, of the land, and of all creation. I hope everybody doing well. Hope you blessed, in a positive mood, and spreading that impact on everyone that you come in contact with. Family. And you guys know I really don't even talk about things like this. I really don't delve too much into these type of things, but I felt like I had to give my input and my thoughts on some of the things that I've seen over the last few days. One of them being the situation that was going on between, Jay Prince Jr. and Joe Buttons. If you know who Jay Prince Jr. is, you know he's the son of the famous Jay Prince, who was the manager over Scarface, Ghetto Boys, of that culture, the Houston culture. We all know and respect his dad. His dad done did a few good things in the industry, let his nuts hang. So be it, so be it. His son, however, and I'm trying to be nice, because at the end of the day, I'm a G, and I dictate a certain policy, and I try to, let's say, treat others the way that I want to be treated. The person that I am and how I want to be handled when in the life that I live, I feel like I should be treated a certain way. So I feel like if I wanted to be treated that way, I should treat other people that way. So I'm going to try to give the most respect that I could give to Jay Prince Jr. as I can, even though I feel like the shit that he was doing to Joe Budden was like, that shit was kind of corny. And it wasn't G-like. You get what I'm saying? I turned blood when I was 14. I was 14 years old when I first turned blood. I'm 34 now. So I've been blood for about 20 years. Even though I don't bang or nothing like that, I still know my homies. I still talk to my homies. I still, I love my homies. Even though I'm not out here on some bullshit, and I'm not out here doing something, running around like a chicken with my head cut off into a brick wall, I still connect with the hood. I still live in the hood. I still am surrounded by the hood. My family is hood. My wife is hood. My kids, even though I'm trying to raise them in the right direction, they still hood kids. I can't take it out of them. I try to, especially my daughter. I try, but unfortunately, I can't. Even though I raised them the right way of learning how to respect, but we learned how to respect when we was in the hood. And one of the things that we learned when we was in the hood was to what? Not be the oppressor. That's one thing that my mom and my father always taught me how to be. Never be the oppressor. Never be the person who literally comes to a place to start trouble with a person that they feel is weaker than them. I was never the type to go be a bully in school. I was always the type to help those who were being bullied in school. I always let my nuts hang, but I didn't let them hang to the cause of oppression. I never let them hang to the cause of where people feared me. People feared me from the shit that I did, but they respected me because of the person that I was. They respected me because they knew where my heart was. They respected me because they knew that every cause of action that I ever did, it was a reason and a method to my madness of why I did some shit. If I robbed somebody, it was because I was hungry. It was because I was homeless. Because I ain't have no food, no shelter, no money. So I had to get a hold of a gun and go rob everything so I could get myself back to the order that I felt that I needed to be at. When I was down for murder, my life was on the line. My cop-out was 30. I didn't know whether or not I was coming home. I didn't know whether or not I was going to see the light of day ever again. My second day after being initially arrested, my public defender that I had at that point in time came at me and was like, yo, listen, man, the evidence is mounting, bro. They talking about 30 years right now. I think you better take that 30 years and run with it. And I told him, fuck you. I'm not copping out to nothing. And I got into my law and I started reading. I met an OG who put me in the right space of mind. Because when I first got locked and you facing that type of charge, what was I doing? I was wilding. 19 years old, wilding. Popping the bottle everywhere. I'm talking about pop the bottle every floor. Every floor I went to or was on, I popped the bottle. Sometimes I got jumped. Sometimes I put a dude out of commission. Not saying that I'm the baddest. I'm just telling you that when the type of frame of mind that I went in there with, basically what I'm trying to say is, I didn't go in there with an oppressed mind. I didn't go in there saying like, oh, I'm in here for a body. Niggas better respect me. Niggas better check in. I'm the big fool. No, I went in there with the mind like, yo, I gotta get myself out of here. I'm facing life in prison. And even though I went on to create, to even be locked up for some other things for either of that caliber or lesser, I still, every time I got locked up and was facing a charge, I didn't know press. What I did, I got in my books. I got with my law. Because that's where my mindset was at. My mindset, listen, I could have easily went, this is basically what I'm trying to say to you guys. I could have easily went up in the jails and freaking, that was a bus, Parcel. And here go another big vehicle. Parcel. But anyways, I could have easily went inside of the jail, right? And been on some bully type ish. And like, yeah, I'm in here for a body, what's popping? But I didn't do that. I knew I was the fool. All the Bloods respected me. My name was already ringing out on the streets. I was already putting it in on the east and the west side. You get what I'm saying? I could have easily went up in there with the mind frame like, yeah, I'm that nigga. What's up? I'm gonna let my nuts hang on everybody. What's up? But I didn't do that. Why? Because of the mind frame and the person that I am. I saw the weak and I welcome in the weak. I made a brotherhood with the strong and the weak. I put it in my brother's mind to not oppress the weak. We did things accordingly to the way that we were supposed to do it. Why? Because we had a certain image to uphold. We didn't prey on weak. That's what I seen Prince Jr. did. When he got Joe Budden in that clubhouse, he seemed like, might get up, this little weak little nigga. Let me get up on him. That was corny. That wasn't right. That wasn't G-like. That wasn't even man-like. There comes a time where we have to hold people accountable for their actions, and I feel like the people are not holding Prince Jr. accountable for his actions. And then in the fact of the matter, holding his dad accountable for their actions, because ever since these dudes have been back on the scene, what have you seen? Oppression. 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 And you want to know the bad thing about it is, it's not even coming from them per se, their body. I never had to go ask my homies to put work in for me. And I know plenty of dudes, easily, that'll put in work for me. I was the big homie. I tell them to do that, they gonna do it. But I let them know that, nah, little homie. Yeah, I got the money. I'm gonna let my nuts hang, though, if I gotta go put in work. If I feel like somebody is in a position that they worthy enough to get these hands from me, I'm gonna put my hands on them. I'm not gonna call you to go put your hands on somebody. I'm gonna put my hands on them. Me. Because it's not you that they're disrespecting. It's me that they're disrespecting. You get what I'm saying? So, we haven't seen this from Jay Prince, though. From Jay Prince Sr. or Jr. We haven't seen you go out here, Jay Prince Jr., to be exact. I don't know about your pops. But I'm talking about from what I've seen from you since you've been on the scene, homie. I can only speak on what I've seen. I don't know you per se out of the camera. Really don't care. You don't even make music. So, I mean, I have no reason to study you. The only reason why I know of you is from the type of person that you are. That's a bad example to have on the black community. You say that you want better for your black community. How can you show your black community better if you are the oppressor? I learned that and had a problem with homies about that, with bloods about that. I'm like, yo, bro, we're supposed to be against oppression. Why are we oppressing? I can understand riding on the opposition. But this innocent person, I'm not slicing their face. I'd rather go slice the dude's face who was causing trouble to me. You want me to put in work? All right, homie. You remember that dude that was talking all that shit last week? I know where he at. I'm not gonna find a random person. You get what I'm saying? Joe Budden ain't do nothing to you. What has Joe Budden ever said about Jay Prince Jr. or Jay Prince Sr.? What have Joe Budden ever mentioned about y'all? Except, I've heard him say he respects your dad. The dude wasn't even trying to engage in... Listen, if I press somebody, right? And I could see in their face that they really don't want no smoke. And you can ask my homies, plenty of times I done did this. I done did this with them. I be like, yo, he don't want no smoke. They don't want no smoke right now. Let them go. Now, whether my homies still put hands and feet on him, that's all up to him. But in my situations, if I seen that the dude was really, you could read a person's heart when they in that situation with you. When you in that situation, a person can read your heart. You can read their heart. You can see where a mentality is at that point of time. Just like you can see when a dude is lining you or when you lining them. But what I'm trying to say is, if I see that you are not with it, that you are not authentic and all with this smoke, I'm going to let you go. I'm like, you know what, bro? I see that you really ain't with it. You ain't trying to do all this. Listen, keep your mouth shut. Stay in your place. Don't say nothing about me. Da-da-da-da-da, going about your business. I don't prey on the weak. The entire time, this man was trying to tell you, like, yo, bro, I don't want no smoke with you. Why are you here trying to start an argument with me? And you still going in. Why? I really would love an explanation of why. It comes a time in our lives where we have to grow up. You are a grown man. You are a grown man. Grown man. I mean, I think you're older than me. So, if me as a young dude knows this, you should know this. There comes a time in your life where you have to think, where you have to analyze every situation that you're in, and you have to make the best judgment. They give it to you when you locked up. I'm pretty sure you heard this if you've been locked up. It's called the problem-solving solutions. Identify the problem. Outcome desire, explore alternative solutions, select one, try it, evaluate success, repeat steps if necessary. That means You identified the problem, right? You knew what you wanted to come out of that, which should have been something positive. You should have tried the solutions that you pulled up for yourself. And if they didn't work, go your own way. It's not like Joe Budden was sitting up there screaming on you. You was the only one screaming. You was the only one talking out of character. Why? Why? You're a grown man. And this is not me trying to scold Jay Prince Jr. like he's a child or anything. It's just that I want to see my brothers and sisters handle things accordingly to how we are supposed to handle things. It comes a time in your life where you have to handle things like an adult. You get what I'm saying to you? It comes a time in your life where you have to think in rationale before you commit the act that you are prepared to commit. Unless there's no turning back. You get what I'm saying? What I saw from Jay Prince Jr. was sad. It was distasteful. It was tacky. You lured a man inside of a chat room. Because that's all that Clubhouse is. It's a chat room. Remember when we used to have chat rooms when we was a kid? You call the number and you get into the group chat or the single chat. That's all Clubhouse is. It's a new age online chat room, basically. That's all it is. It's a chat room. You can talk on the phone. But basically, you lured him into a chat room to attack him, to let your nuts hang, to belittle him. For what? For what? And Joe Budden, let me tell you about Chelsea. Yo, you play soft too fucking much, bro. Joe Budden, you play soft too fucking much. And you play tough too fucking much. It's been plenty of occasions where I've seen you say this and say that and then don't want to back your shit up. Not saying that you said anything about Jay Prince. You didn't. I don't recall you ever saying anything of the sort wrong to Jay Prince Jr. or Jay Prince Sr. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I had to say what I said about him. But Joe Budden, yo, I see you. Joe Budden is the type to be doing mad fuck shit, but always try to pull that everybody hate me card. And I see that with Joe Budden a lot. You get what I'm saying? I see that with Joe Budden, that he always be popping mad shit. And then when the people press him about the shit, he always try to play that, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just a good guy. I don't want any problems. Joe Budden, if you didn't want all of the smoke that you're getting to this day, why did you join the media? The media was the last place that you should have joined if you don't want other stars and people of A and B alike to be trying to come up at you. You should have never chose the media to even go in that route because it doesn't fit you. We've seen countless of years with the media beefing with the stars and, all the people's alike, the entertainers, because of the things that they say, because they have an open opinion. Even though it's wrong, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but we've seen the things that media has said that has got under people's skin. You get what I'm saying to you? So if you don't want to get under people's skin and you still want to maintain your friendship with people, then why the hell did you go get into the media? All you did was set yourself up for failure and set yourself up. Media people really don't have that many friends in the industry that's in entertainment. They really don't have that many friends. Why? Because they have to talk about you. That's their job. We have to talk about you. So, stop trying to be friends with everybody. If you're going to say the bullshit that you say all the time, stop trying to be friends with people. I'm not about to go join into a Clubhouse, a online chat party with you, and I know you don't like me. That's me setting myself up for what you got. You get what I'm saying? You have to be smart. You have to think about the things that you do before you do them. Otherwise, that I just wanted to say to you guys that was real corny. I'm glad that it didn't get to something that was more elevated as, physical violence, because that's never the way. We have to come to the realization now as black people that you got a problem with somebody, fight it out. Throw the hands. Don't shoot nobody no more. Put the guns down. Pick the gloves up. If y'all ever seen a guy, his Mighty Mouse, UFL, I believe, it's the boxing league. Look at some of his shit where he going around doing it. That's a good, positive dude who done did time before, who done been in situations before. You get what I'm saying to you? Look at his shit. I like his motto. Put the guns down, pick the gloves up. Where your hands at? You get what I'm saying? Otherwise, that I just thought it was a bad look for Jay Prince Jr. If you were trying to set I don't understand. Like, I guess he's not trying to set a good example, because I haven't heard nothing good come out this dude's mouth. I haven't heard nothing positive from him or his dad. Like with his dad with the NBA YoungBoy shit. Like, why? And then you snitching on yourself. This is what I don't understand about them. How is y'all so gangster and y'all literally be snitching on yourself? There's no way in this world, bro. My little niggas rob you, go inside your house, film it, right? And then an hour or two later, I appear inside of a video with them saying, yo, we got... Nah. I'm not doing that. I'm not putting myself in any predicament. I got a felony, so I don't know about Jay Prince Sr. I don't know his legal situation. I got a felony. The last time I checked, the feds was looking at me. I ain't doing nothing in the shape of form, bro, that's going to put me back in their life. You get what I'm saying? I had to really reevaluate myself to get myself in the order. Like, yo, bro, I got to stop chilling on the block. I chilled on the block every day. I had to get to where I seen the people watching us. Oh, I seen that. It's over. Now y'all talking about a place where I really don't want to be. I don't want to be in prison. I don't want to be in the feds either. You get what I'm saying to you? The feds is worse than the state. If you know anything about it. In the state, you can still smoke. Really do whatever. You can do that in the feds, but nigga, it's like $300 for a pack of Newports. If I'm not mistaken. I don't know how much they charge. I know they charge a lot for some cigarettes. Like in the hundreds lot. But regardless of the fact, I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about the Jay Prince them situation. All I'm saying is, man, it comes a time in your life where you have to handle things accordingly and handle things like men supposed to handle things and be good people. Not saying that you need to bow down to everybody or let a person run up over you. All I'm saying is that you need to be more understanding and rationalize things before you do them. You get what I'm saying? And that's what I would like to see from Jay Prince Sr. and his son, because what I've seen from them since they've been back in the spotlight has not been positive. It's time right now for us to start setting a positive example for our children. It's time. Listen, okay, you want your child to not be a punk. It's easy for your child not to be a punk. Teach your child like, yo, don't let nobody run up over you, but you also don't run over nobody else. Be kind to people. Be understanding to people. Be more caring to people. That's all I'm saying. Before you go try to destroy what's truly not even built yet. You're supposed to be making an example to build something great for our future. My daughter has an attitude just like me, bro. Anytime she feel like you disrespecting her hand reaching. I have to talk to my daughter every day about putting her hands on people. Just not her brothers, but people outside of her house too. She put her hands on you. I used to be the same way. Until I learned, like, yo, listen, I can't punch my way out of every situation. I can't shoot my way out of every situation. Sometimes I have to be rational and I have to talk my way out of situations. And that's where I'm at now. I'd rather talk to you and get an understanding of where we went wrong and where we could get back on the right track before I engage in violence with you. Not saying that I'm a sucker, because I still throw my hands and I bust my gun. But I do it for reason. I do it because there's no other way. If there's a other way where I can handle it peacefully, even if I never speak to that person again, then I'll handle it that way. Why? Because I'm a grown man. Why? Because I'm a G. Because G's don't search to stay in that realm. We search to get out. I'm not looking for a way to stay popular in the streets or be a thug. I'm looking for a way for everybody to see me as a square. To see me as a person that doesn't commit violence. Because I already let my name ring from the time I was a youth and growing up. So now when I go through the streets, I shouldn't have to go through that. I should come through and be peaceful with everybody. And be like, dudes be like, yo, man, this dude changed for the better. And that's what they say now to me. So until next time, family, man, everybody stay blessed. Everybody stay well. Peace to the guys and the goddesses of the nation, of the land, and of our creation. Spread positivity on everyone that you come in contact with, as well as your family. And make sure that you're doing the right thing that's going to spread the impact that I'm talking about. The good impact to the world, fam. Until then, peace.